Hospital indemnity coverage. So if you've seen some of my other videos, I talk about accident insurance and talk about gap coverage. As I mentioned and made known, we prefer gap coverage as opposed to having accident or hospital or having to have both in order to satisfy all requirements needed to cover any of my out-of-pocket costs. But hospital indemnity is one of the most classic supplemental insurance programs out there. Essentially, hospital indemnity can work for an accident. It's just not as extensive. They usually pay you for bones broken and all this kind of stuff. It just pays you, typically pays for overnight stays in the hospital and then maybe like ER visits. It just kind of, and you can stack on the plans however you want, but hospital indemnity plans are really meant for basically helping cover a portion, if not all, of the out-of-pocket costs that are going to be associated with staying the night in the hospital. These are very popular plans. Like, we never know when we're going to be in the hospital, but as I talked about with short-term disability, very popular for people who are expecting to have children down the road and are going to inevitably miss some work. Hospital indemnity is a great one to add to that because you're going to be in the hospital when that happens. You're going to stay overnight. So you're going to most likely be billed for that. So it's good to plan and have a hospital indemnity program. Now, the short-term disability can only be purchased by an individual. It can't be like a family plan. Whereas hospital indemnity, if you have an employee who has, a wife who stays at home or maybe works another job that doesn't have that kind of coverage offered, hospital indemnity, great option to have, a niche product for that. But it's also there for just really any type of night stay, ER visit, pretty much ICUs. Those are also in there. You can kind of, with these plans, stack them in a way that works, or do a group plan where everyone just gets the same program, whether it be employee spouse, employee family, all that kind of stuff. But everyone just has the same universal plan. So, and I'll talk about that more in different areas, but about how we might structure certain plans, or that would be more so in a meeting, but I'll talk about the difference between those in some more of my content. Difference between true group products versus offering individual products at a group rate within the company structure. Two very different things. Where, in one scenario, group coverage means everyone gets the same option, either take it or leave it. Makes it easier for admin's sake, makes it easier for payroll's sake. You know that it's $10 a paycheck or they don't get it. There's no like riders to add on and customize and all that. There's just 4 different rates for either an individual and spouse, an individual and child, or a family plan. Hospital indemnity, exactly what it sounds. It is, again, another program where cash is paid based off of how the policy works for things like overnight stays in the hospital, visits, ER visits, consecutive days stayed in the hospital. And these plans vary from company to company and can be structured in various different ways. So very popular supplemental program, especially amongst certain niches, especially women who are looking to have children down the road, or men who know that their wife is looking to have a child down the road. Hospital plans are great for that.